The following episode is part 1 in the miniseries called Alien, Pandora's Box by It's a Mimic. The plot of this series has been drastically changed from Free League's Alien RPG starter set called Chariot of the Gods, but some aspects may be similar enough to be considered a spoiler. Some rules have been changed from the standard Alien RPG rule set to better fit this short-form audio medium, and some language and situations might be disturbing for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised for those who would avoid gore, violence, horror, and tragedy, and also for those who wish to stay spoiler-free. For those of you whose curiosity is still piqued, please enjoy exploring Pandora's Box. Space is vast. It is as dark as it is mesmerizing, as cold as it is full of radiation, as fascinating as it is terrifying. But mostly it is quiet, lonely, and inhospitable. But that does not mean it is empty. The challenges of intergalactic life have not stopped humanity from extending its reach to establish new colonies and plunder any resources that can be found. As humanity is stretched across the stars, governments engage in a cold war of existential proportions. Religions turn the fearful into zealots, and corporations wield more power than most people can even comprehend. Space is vast, and everyone wants to own a piece. In the Neroid sector on the edge of human civilization, there is a massive spaceport that bustles with the activity of all 3,000 inhabitants as they facilitate the comings and goings of spaceships, refine and process ore, and engage in titillating downtime from dive bars and strip malls to cheap thrills and service androids. This is home to our protagonists. Well, home base anyway. Their real home is the USCSS Montero, an old M-class commercial star freighter owned by the mega-corporation Weyland-Yutani. The Montero is contracted to do long-haul shipping along a route nicknamed the Gauntlet, which spans from Anchor Point Station to the frontier. Some of the crew have called this home for a long time. Captain Miller and Pilot Davis have been working together for years, and one of the two Roughnecks, Cham, has been with them since almost the beginning. The other Roughneck, currently on contract, Rye, has settled in comfortably after a few long hauls despite his surly disposition. And John Wilson, the company liaison, has recently joined the crew to manage the books and keep the Montero profitable. This is his second run with the crew, and they are almost beginning to tolerate his corporate meddlings. Today, the USCSS Montero runs dark, floating silently between systems, ending its journey to a new colony called Sutter's World. The cargo in its belly is a small haul of only 200,000 tons of tritium in 72 large tanks. The tritium is highly flammable and dangerous to transport, but Weyland-Yutani knows that it is currently decaying into the very profitable helium-3, and so the regular safe methods of towing and transportation have been bypassed in the name of speed. Because space is vast, and there's money to be made.
Hi, my name is Dave, and I'm playing Vic Miller, captain of the USCSS Montero. I'm thrifty and responsible, which is how I've kept my small crew in the air for as long as I have. I keep my head down, follow company protocol, get the job done, and cash in. My number one rule is, don't do anything to risk your paycheck. And as long as you're working, you're able to eat. My buddy is Davis, played by Megan, and my rival is Wilson, played by Terry. But I am responsible for everyone.
Hi, my name is Megan, and I'm playing Leah Davis, pilot of the USCSS Montero. I'm an adrenaline junkie, and I love my recreational stims, so you can imagine how fucking boring these cargo runs are for me. I need to take any chance to break the monotony just to stay sane. My buddy is Captain Miller, played by Dave, and I don't have a rival.
Hi, my name is Steve, and I'm playing Cham, the more experienced roughneck on the Montero, and the most religious member of the crew. I'm loyal to a fault, and this crew is my family. My personal agenda during this part of the adventure is to stay on task, do my duty, and help wherever I can. I've taken Rye under my wing to show him the ropes, and now we're buddies, and I have no rivals.
Hi, my name is Sean, and I'm playing a roughneck aboard the USCSS Montero. My name is Rye, and I'm bitter as hell about having to come out to the ass end of the galaxy. But jobs are scarce back home and life sucks for everyone. I need to find any angle to get more money out of this shit cargo run, because I have a sick brother back home and he needs the cash badly. My new buddy is Cham, who is played by Steve. My rival is Captain Miller, played by Dave.
Hi, my name is Terry, and I'm playing John J. Wilson, a Weyland-Yutani Company agent and the corporate liaison for the USCSS Montero. I'm not accustomed to space travel, but I got a tip that this assignment will fast-track my career and potentially be very lucrative. This is my second trip with this crew, and they seem a little cranky, but I guess no one likes audits or budget cuts. Shortly before this run to Sutter's World, I received Special Order 966 from headquarters. I understand that the mission parameters are classified, and not even the crew or their captain know the true nature of this mission. We're looking for some long-lost ship called the Cronus that Weyland-Yutani has rediscovered. My orders are straightforward enough. Quarantine the science team of the Cronus, oversee repairs, and recover the Cronus. Removing the Montero from the equation will force the Montero's crew to start repairs on the Cronus, but my highest priority is to recover and secure all the scientific samples. The crew of the Montero is expendable, and use of force has been authorized, but I'm sure it won't come to that. After all, these people will be my ticket to safety. I don't have any buddies on this ship, and my rival is Captain Miller, who is played by Dave. I wonder who I can get on my side.
On the bridge, a single yellow standby light blinks lazily a few times before a small chime rings into the lonely darkness. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, then silence. A computer terminal at the communication station lights up. Text crawls rapidly across the screen, but there's no one to read it. The crew is in hypersleep elsewhere on the ship, and only the most basic systems are active. The red text stops scrolling. The black monitor turns dark. The chime calls out to the empty room one more time. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, then silence. This time, though, something is listening. Something is aware. The supercomputer, Mother 6500, illuminates hundreds of tiny bulbs in the small room that houses her mainframe and interface terminal. She has woken, and it is time to wake the crew. The corridor lights flicker on across the ship. The bridge, galley, medbay, and vehicle deck appear in the darkness, dimly lit by old yellow bulbs. The flat deck shuttle, affectionately called Daisy by her crew, is bathed in yellow light in its hangar. The temperature rises to comfortable levels. A pot of coffee starts brewing automatically in the galley. The forward thrusters slow the movement of the ship until it stops, and just as the USCSS Montero halts all forward momentum, 5 of the 7 cryo beds light up. With a loud hiss, they repressurize and the glass dome begins to rise. The lights on the cryo deck gradually brighten, so as not to shock the 5 inhabitants as they wake. The crew members have been in deep cryo for 67 days, ever since the faster-than-light displacement drives engaged on the day they embarked. Welcome back, crew of the Montero. We have Captain Miller, Pilot Davis, Mr. Wilson, Mrs. Cham, and Rye. It is October 3rd, 2183. You have been sleeping deeply and your body feels sore, your muscles weak, but most importantly, your mouth and throat are very dry. You are dehydrated, hungry, and a little headachy, but payday's around the corner and this special haul is going to be very profitable. You're a little confused, but you know that Mother has woken you at your destination, Sutter's World. Protocol dictates that you have 90 minutes to have a shower, get dressed, eat a meal, and most importantly, drink water. Once you are completely functional, or the 90 minutes have elapsed, you must report to the officer in charge for daily duties. For John J. Wilson, the company agent, and Captain Miller, this means checking in with Mother. For everyone else, this means checking in with Captain Miller. What would you like to do?
I'd go get hydrated. Take care of that.
So the very first thing that Captain Miller's going to do is head over to the galley. There's coffee brewing, but there's also going to be bottles of water that are refrigerated, and also there is a item called hydration. It's got an 8 instead of an A there, which immediately removes the effects of dehydration. So there are a limited store. There are 5 of you here. There are 10 of these. So 1 for each trip, to and from. You see Captain Miller get up and stretch. He's probably done more runs like this than anybody else has, which means he's going to get up first and be able to shake off that cryo sleep, and he will be heading off to the galley. Rye, what would you like to do here? You just watched Captain Miller walk out and start heading over to the galley.
Rye is the youngest member of the crew, and he's going to basically just kick his legs out over the cryo bed and just kind of lean there, staring off at the floor for a couple of minutes while the world kind of settles around him. And then he's very, very slowly going to get up, stretch, move around, and head probably to the showers first.
Okay.
Grumbling underneath his breath.
The cryo chamber here is full of the beds, but it is shockingly white in here, right? It's pure sterilization white. But the rest of the ship, except for the mother mainframe room and the med bay, and strangely the galley, these are the places that have to be sterilized, so they are white. Everything else, old, gray, worn metal. Rust in a couple of areas, but like the floors are grating. The piping that runs through the corridors just slightly above your heads is old, and sometimes condensation collects on it. Like, it is an old star freighter. So you move into the darkness of the ship and you watch as Rye doesn't head toward the galley. He heads instead to one of the junction rooms. The junction room has a ladder that goes down to the next deck below. Cham.
I roll out of the cryo chamber and recover a little bit quicker, just having a bit more experience with cryogenics, and head off after the captain into the kitchen. But instead of drinking the hydration, I'm going to grab it and slip it into a pocket and then get a normal glass of water and just post up at the kitchen table, slowly sip it, not rushing it down.
What is Wilson going to do?
I'll get up slowly, and the eyes are sensitive to the light. I have a little bit of a headache. But I do see Captain Miller immediately making his way out of the room, and I just want to follow him, and I'm just going to say, Mr. Miller, glad to see you jumped up. I have some thoughts about our conversation around cost control a couple of months ago, and I could get cream in my coffee if you're heading as well, please. And I just thought we'd take this, get the ball rolling, get ahead of the day, and get an early start on this.
We have time for that. I want to go check in with Mother first.
Right, and I'll come with you. I think it's important that I'm there as well. And I'll follow Captain Miller.
This is going to leave you alone in the galley for a minute here. Davis, you're last. You're the pilot. What are you doing first?
I will lead up slowly. I swing my legs over, but not quite hop on the ground just yet. I'm going to look around and make sure that I'm alone. And then I'm slowly going to crack all of my knuckles and release all of that tension in my body and in my joints. And then slowly look at my hands and see that they are shaking. I'm going to quickly look around and see if I have a jacket that maybe I have hung up before hopping in.
Yep.
I'll walk over to my run, almost leap, struggle with my legs a little bit because it's more desperation than anything. Put the jacket on, feel in my pocket for a little bottle that should give a little bit of a shake, and then sigh of relief. Kind of look around, make sure nobody saw, and then I'll make my way to the galley as well. For the coffee, for sure. I get there, and if there's no coffee left, I'm going to curse.
There is more than enough coffee. It is fine. So the galley is the same sterilized white, like I said, as the cryo chamber and the med lab and the mother mainframe. It's clean and inviting with a large round table in the middle of a half dozen comfortable chairs. There's a wall full of latched cupboards and built-in appliances. The smell of rich coffee fills the room, and the carafe on the wall finishes its automatic drip just as Davis walks in. There's a small nook for 2 people to sit comfortably at a side table, and there are now only 2 of you in this room. There's 2 closed doors as well, one that leads opposite from the one you just came through that heads to the bridge, and beyond the bridge to Mother. Cham, you just saw Wilson and Miller pass through it and close the door behind them. The other leads port side, which everyone knows, to the vertical junction that Rye would have taken as well, down to the crew quarters. Let's resolve this situation with Mother first. You guys didn't even take 5 minutes of your 90 minutes. So you're both pretty groggy and a little fucked up and very dehydrated right now.
Yeah, I know that everybody's going to need to know what to do, and I got to figure out what that is first here.
And I need to make sure I approve of any decisions that we make.
There's only a single chair in here. It is not unheard of for each of you to require personal time alone talking to the AI here instead of having an audience. Because if you need to know mission specs that you don't want him to know, or you need to know about budgetary things you don't want him to know, you can do that separately. You 2 are the only ones with key cards to get in here.
All right, I'd probably go first then, I think, just on my own. I want to kind of get a feel for the ship before we start talking about the mission. Right? I kind of feel that that's more my prerogative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You would swipe your key card,
Yep.
Miller, and then as you hear the doors hiss open, and you start to go in, and Wilson follows you.
Give me a minute. Just wait. Just your turns after this, and then we'll have a little chat after. Get on the same page.
Sure.
All right.
I got a bit of a migraine anyway, so it's fine.
The door closes between the 2 of you, and the room is lit up. Mother is awake and active. Inside the spotlessly clean room is a blinking data server and a single terminal, which is meant to be accessed only by the highest-ranking member of the crew and a company liaison. No one else is to have direct access to the Mother 6500 mainframe. Wilson, you are now standing in the bridge by yourself. You have no idea how long this is going to take, and you've got a bit of a headache. Are you going to head back to the galley, or are you just going to stay here?
I'll go back to the galley. I need a hydration and probably a glass of water as well.
Sure.
The captain didn't get me any coffee, so I'll triple fist with the coffee as well.
Inside the Mother mainframe, what would you like to do?
Okay, well, I mean, knowing that this is a bit of an older ship, and we've got some delicate cargo, I am absolutely 100% concerned with that first. How's it running? What's going on? Where are we at?
Mother reports that you have reached your final destination. The ship diagnostics report nothing out of the ordinary. You're going to get readouts of how much fuel was taken up on this trip, what the oxygen levels are, but they're all above like 85%. You are still very comfortable in the situation here. Sutter's World is not as far as some of the trips that you guys have made. Is there anything else you'd like to know from Mother?
Is there any update that came in from head office?
Faster than light travel means that you are moving faster than transmissions are. So a lot of the time when you've got to talk back to Earth or to Anchor Point or somewhere else, you're looking for relays that are going to be able to get that information to you, and it will take days to get responses. You've gotten here before any new information. Mother is acting as a representative for the company with all of the protocols and whatnot. When things change, you would tell Mother, and Mother would say, okay, you need to do this. You also have Wilson, who knows the handbook inside and out.
Well, seeing as that's the case, I think I'm pretty satisfied with what's going on, but I'm going to give the instruction to just keep an eye out. We're not getting information, so we need to start looking for information.
If there's any information that you would have or that you'd be able to get, it would be from Sutter's World, because maybe they would have.
But that's what I'm looking for, right? Like, let's make sure we're scanning,
Are you going to ask Mother to connect to Sutter's World then?
Yeah.
Okay. She is going to tell you that there's no response from anyone planetside. She's pinged twice, and there is no response. That's not necessarily unusual for a small colony like this. Someone could have stepped away to make a coffee.
Yeah, because we're talking like a couple of thousand people.
Yeah, there's going to be one like slovenly, fat, half-asleep guy with 4 days of stubble working a comm station, right? And looking at porno all day. So
Sure, well, having done that, I'll tell Mother to let me know if anything happens and then start going and take care of my stuff.
Back at the galley, you guys are sitting around doing what? Well, there's the big table, and then there's the small side table that only seats 2. Cham and Davis, you have a moment before Wilson walks in.
So I see Davis walk in and start to pour coffee.
Oh yeah, just beelined it right to the machine.
I stifle a little chuckle. Davis, you do this every time. You start with the coffee instead of the water. You always regret it. Every time.
Helps me with the jitters.
Yeah, but then you take all the fresh stuff and I gotta get the fucking dregs.
Well, I gotta be faster. I'll walk over to the large table and kind of flop down into a chair, still kind of stretching my neck, letting it crack out. So this never really gets easier, does it?
Been doing it long enough. You think so?
I do wish they would send us somewhere more exciting than where we're going, though.
We don't get paid to go exciting places. We get paid to go to the fucking dregs of the galaxy. That's how it works.
As you say this, the door opens and Wilson walks back in. Listen, you guys talking about where you're getting paid to go.
Morning, crew!
Morning!
Wilson!
Oh! For me, please. Little cream. Thank you.
I lean into my coffee cup, spit in it, and hand it over to Wilson.
I'll maintain eye contact. And I'm thinking to myself, is this some sort of roughneck test right now? I'll drink it. I'll take a little sip.
Well, that was a questionable decision before you...
I'd make quite the roughneck.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Something like that, yeah.
One of these days we'll trade jobs. How about that, yes?
This is nice. Just a group of space cowboys on the frontier together.
Rye, what are you doing down in the crew quarters?
I took a longer shower than perhaps I should have, so I'm just gathering my gear, and I'm rushing to get back up to the galley at this point.
You're going to walk in at roughly the same time that Miller comes back.
I'm going to ignore everything that's happening here and go and grab myself a cup of coffee as well.
Wilson, Mother is now available for you to go.
Oh, I will go and speak to Mother, actually. I'll ask, Mother, have there been any updates for me while I've been in cryo?
You are going to get a prompt that is going to need to know your personal password. And once you have typed that in, it is going to just come up with a single line that says, no new updates, Special Order 966 still in effect.
Right, okay. Well, I have budget conversations and things I need to have with Captain Miller, so I'll be trying to get his attention.
All right, are you still drinking that coffee? That
I'm
they may or may not be hazing you with?
I'll dispose of the coffee, and I'll go and make my own fresh cup.
There is going to be a small drainage grate on most of the decks, just in case there's ever any sort of condensation or leak or any spill out here, right? You would be able to walk by one and just kind of dump the coffee down this drain. It will get recycled into the gray water later. While Wilson is out of the room, and the four of you, the quote-unquote real crew, is sitting here, what would you like to do? What are you guys talking about? Is there anything?
Miller was drinking a hydrate, right?
Yeah.
See, look how the captain does it. Water first, then coffee. I'm telling you guys, you're all doing it wrong. I'm like watching you as you're pouring a cup of coffee on the other side of the room.
I look at my coffee and I look at the hydrate and I go, oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes... I knew that. I obviously knew that. Yeah.
I walk across the room, having finished my glass of water, and take your cup of coffee out of your hand as you go for a hydrate.
Fine.
Confusing decision, because I imagine that you've read the Weyland-Yutani Roughneck Field Manual, which says that you should absolutely drink your water first, and then graduate to a hydration afterward, and finally coffee, and only if necessary.
I like to save my hydrate for, I don't know, emergencies, just in case. Call me superstitious. It's just, I pat it on my leg.
This is standard procedure for you when you're on one of the Weyland-Yutani vessels on duty.
I'm conserving resources.
Interesting. I'll take a note of that.
While I'm refilling my coffee from the one that I exchanged with Wilson, I'll pour a second cup and bring it to Miller once he sits down. Captain?
Thank you.
How's she doing this morning?
Great. Everything was unexpectedly fine.
Unexpectedly?
That's an old ship.
She's a little rusty.
You
yeah.
You expect something here and there, but we're getting here. We're good.
Well, I'm glad that Daisy's kind of held together, but I'm a little worried she'll break down before we get there.
Yeah, I did send a message, but haven't heard anything back yet.
Sure.
So.
Well,
Captain, you know that your sensors need an overhaul, right?
Most of the ship needs an overhaul.
Yeah, but I mean, your sensors have a glitch they've developed, before we left Anchor Point.
Hey, young gun, don't make fun of our girl.
What do you know about it?
I mean, they just need to be overhauled. You got to do something about it. I know that there's probably an actuator arm that needs to be fixed somewhere in there.
I'll take some time.
It's time, sure, but we got nothing but right now.
He thinks we have time.
When we land, if you got some time, have a look for some parts and figure what you can do.
I'll look at it.
It's funny that you mentioned Daisy, though, because I think Daisy also could use a little bit of love. I was thinking maybe I could...
Look, if the company would give us the proper resources to make the ship run 100%, we'd be in a better spot. But, we're doing okay. Everything's fine. Should be okay. Business as usual right now, but...
Oh, are we
Business as usual.
making requests? Sorry, I just want to make sure that if we're making requests, I could use a second coffee maker.
We could always use a second coffee maker.
Yeah.
We're actually trying to cut costs.
Oh.
So
Well, hold up. I thought this was a special order kind of trip here. Aren't we on the new bonus system? Like, what's our pay look like in this?
There's been an internal restructuring, blending of roles, and we're going to have an all hands about it at the end of the month. I encourage everybody to be in attendance right now. Until then, just do your jobs as you're supposed to do. Ignore me if I'm taking notes. I'm just record keeping, and I'm just highlighting things that may be of importance later on. I do need to speak to the captain in private. It was what? I'm sorry.
Nothing. I was talking about this wonderful ship.
I can't hear you when I'm speaking. Could you say that last sentence again to everybody?
It was something about the ship being wonderful. Yeah.
Captain, I need you to help me scan for other ships in the area.
Why?
It's company business, nothing of you right now. I just need you to help me do it because I don't know.
Well, I'd already told Mother to keep scanning and keep looking.
Okay.
Is this like a high priority?
This is...
So maybe we should get him working on the scanners?
Yeah, on the scanners. Right? The scanners. And then...
Yeah, when you're done your whatever you're doing.
What is he doing? What are you doing?
I'm waking up.
Obviously drinking a coffee.
Hydrating.
Okay. What time does the shift start?
Got like an hour.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll make a note. We'll come back to it later. We'll circle back. I'm going to go back to speak to Mother if nobody else is just up on the side. I'm going to ask Mother to alert me if she scans any ships within the area.
I'm going to make fun of Rye for volunteering for what is now mandatory duty. Thought he was trying to find something to do, and now suddenly it's a priority. I'm just going to
As soon as they leave the room, I feel like Leah and Cham would just burst out laughing.
Yes.
You idiot.
Bullshit? You said bullshit? Man, you are not going to last, my friend, if you keep doing shit like that.
Keep your mouth closed.
I mean, it is bullshit, but I didn't fucking say it in front of the agent.
Whoa! What's he gonna do out here? I mean, dock my pay? Fine, whatever.
Probably.
I want that new bonus, though.
He's going to go home. Eventually it's going to get back.
Right.
Goddamn, it's not like we're going to stay out here forever.
Damn it.
You are all getting together after getting ready, and it's time to go to work. So, Miller, what's everybody supposed to be doing here? You're in charge of these three, the Roughnecks and the pilot. What are they doing first?
The sensors seem like a priority. So, Cham, if you could give Rye a hand with that, that'd be great.
I roll my eyes. Not at the captain, but at Rye.
It's not lost on me. I see it.
Cham, you know that there is a panel with a bunch of electrical relays and whatnot down on the vehicle deck, which technically has something to do with the sensors. If you open up that panel and stand there long enough, and then close the panel, you might have gotten work done.
Sounds like a plan.
What about Davis?
Making plans for landing. Should keep trying to get in contact with someone on the planet, and keep your eye out for any of those damn colonial picket ships. If I have to see another one of those fucking things, I'm gonna lose my shit, okay? So let's just try to avoid them if we can, okay?
I'll see what I can do,
Thank
Cap.
you.
Is there a cockpit that you can just sit in and stare out into space?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. So we'll actually pick up with you first, okay?
Sure.
The bridge is dark, which is usually how you keep it, to save the pilot's eyes from having to adjust to the open darkness of space beyond the large forward window. There are 5 stations for crew to sit at, although each one of them is a little cramped. You don't have a specific scientific sensor array or a exterior weapon of any kind on the Montero, so 2 of the workstations go largely ignored as just simple computer access terminals, mostly used for communication with people back home if there's an open channel, or killing time on very simplistic novels that you can read on it, or playing very simplistic games. Davis's actual flight jacket, not just the comfortable civilian one that she's wearing, is thrown over the back of her pilot seat at the helm, and is illuminated by a small red light indicating that automated announcements have been muted. The communications station has a small blinking light that means an incoming message has been missed and recorded, The captain's chair still has Miller's half-finished novel sitting on it. The doors to both the portside corridor and Mother 6500's mainframe are closed now. And of course, the red light on the keypad beside Mother's door is blinking for locked. You come in, what would you like to do?
First thing I'm going to do is switch jackets. Throw off the regular one, throw on my pilot's jacket, kind of sit down, kick up my feet a little bit. I'm going to flick on the auto comms in case like a communication comes through now that we're all awake. And then I'm actually going to click to listen to whatever message we missed.
You hear...
Speedbird 2276 Heavy, is on the way. Speedbird 2276 Heavy, roger.
I kind of lean up in my chair and re-listen to it.
Speedbird 2276 Heavy, is on the way. Speedbird 2276 Heavy, roger.
Do I get the feeling it's kind of like an SOS?
Potentially, it is very, very garbled. You can try to mess with it for a little while if you'd like.
I'll mess with it a little while before alerting the captain, just because I want to see if this is like we're being punked in any way, kind of shape or form.
Sure.
Like I am hearing a number, so I'm thinking maybe that is the communication of whatever ship it is. Maybe I'll make a scan for whatever ship that might be.
Okay. While you're dealing with that, let's jump down to the vehicle deck. The vehicle deck is mostly tidy. Daisy is a flat deck shuttle that sits in the middle of the deck facing the bay doors. Daisy's cockpit is reminiscent of the cab of a long-haul semi-truck with two old, worn, oversized seats sitting side by side. The seals on the doors have been modified so Daisy can seal and pressurize in under a minute, which is unusual. There is enough room on the flatbed of the shuttle to lock down 8 tritium tanks at a time. Remember, there's 72. In the corner, an old power loader, EXO, has been mostly taken apart. The floor and table beside it are covered in tools and parts from where Cham and Rye left off on their pet project. It was once a cheap purchase with promise of repair and better loading efficiency, but these days it's an effort and frustration without a new power casing and all new hydraulics to the left arm. Cham calls it Mini. Rye calls it the bitch.
All right, stick your head in there, poke around for a couple minutes, then come join me over at Mini.
All right, that I can do.
Why don't you give me a heavy machinery roll?
Sure.
3 successes?
Wow.
All right, so you're actually going to find that, yeah, the sensor was glitching before you left, and you can see the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to be able to fix it. So this whole bullshit busy work thing, no, that was a real thing, and you were right. You were able to diagnose this very quickly, as if you got like a second nature to this, right? But that also allows you to do 2 stunts.
Yeah, I'll take the do it again without a roll.
Okay?
And I'm going to show off a little bit for Cham.
Not only does he manage to get this completed, he is able to do it very efficiently, very quickly. And if there are any other sensor array modifications that need to be done to the Montero, you don't have to roll on the next one.
Told you I could get it done.
You actually did something?
Look, it was simple.
Oh, dude, you gotta
You
stop.
could have done that.
I absolutely could have, but if we start getting things done efficiently around here, they're gonna start expecting that. You gotta be careful, man. Jesus.
Wilson, your corporate suite is different than all the other crew quarters.
Right.
The crew quarters are relatively small. They're glorified closets with a small wardrobe in them and a bed and like a footlocker. The captain's quarters are significantly larger. There's a desk in the corner for him to do any work at. Your quarters are twice the size of the captain's. And they used to have it as an additional storage room that has been all cleared out, and their shit is now piled up in their own quarters.
Right.
And you have taken over. You've got a really comfortable office with like a desk in a captain's position, right? So when people come in, they've got to like come face you at your desk.
Right.
There's also a bed in the corner. You have your own private washroom. Like it is a proper suite here.
Right.
You are the only one that has a legitimate closet and not a wardrobe and a footlocker. You probably have your own secret stash of stuff in here.
Right.
This is where you do the majority of your work, but it's also where you hide from the crew when they're being, blue collar.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like they're always dirty.
Is there anything in particular you'd like to do in your room?
Yeah, I just want to get myself ready, get my own sort of corporate uniform, I guess, make myself look presentable, give myself my own kind of affirmations in the mirror, a few deep breaths of, you are powerful. You are powerful and you are respected. And then I want to go to the bridge because I want to see what's going on out there. And I have... there's something I want to talk to the pilot about.
Captain Miller, what are you doing?
Sitting up on the bridge there reading my novel, I suppose.
Okay.
Everything's going the way it should be. I'm waiting to hear if anything changes.
Sure.
Hey, everything good? Everything going on?
Actually, I'm trying to decipher a bit of a message that we've received. Here, let's have a listen.
Speedbird 2276, heavy fire. Is on the way. Speedbird 2276, heavy, roger.
Sounds like 2276 under fire. Something about a hallway?
Yeah, so I tried to find what ship that might have been and if it's in our area. Did we get any pings?
There's still no response from Sutter's World, which is what Mother has been trying to get in contact with. So there haven't been really any communications with anything else. Sutter's World's most important. But there's no response yet. You look out the window. Like, are you even facing toward the planet? What does your navigation display report?
I'll kind of like leap over my chair. Like my agility is now kind of kicking in. My adrenaline's going a little bit. Run over to the other terminal and click a couple of buttons and
Give me a
look.
Comtech roll.
No successes.
In theory, that you're probably here, but you're not reading star charts. That's not your job, right? So honestly, it's probably Cham or Miller that would do that.
All right, I'm gonna press the intercom button. Cham.
Pull myself out of the guts of Minnie. Saunter my way across the room. Probably get to a second summoning before I get there. Yeah, well, what can I do for you?
Can we get you to the bridge, please?
Right now?
Right now.
All right, I'll be right there.
Pep in your step, please.
I turn around and look at Rye. Hey, I'll be right back. And I head out.
Miller, you would realize the way you come out of faster than light travel, the way that the ship would automatically position you, every single time that you position and you walk onto the bridge, you see your destination directly in front of you. There is not a planet in front of you right now. Instead, there's just blackness. Like an absence of stars as well in front of you. Kind of where the planet should be.
All right, well, I'll start trying to look at charts, figure out where we're supposed to be, and, start trying to do the math on that. And
Can you give me a Comtech roll?
probably not. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I did it.
You are looking at the navigation readouts and where the stars are, and there should be a nebula that you can see, and you can't. And it should take up the majority of the front window, and it's not there. And just sitting there looking for it, you notice the void is getting larger.
Do you see this?
I do now. I'm gonna leap into the pilot's chair.
Let's avoid this.
The void is now huge. It is taking up most of your field of vision. The light on your console is blinking rapidly.
Mother, can I get controls, please?
Klaxons start blaring loudly through the ship. Proximity alert. Brace for impact in 8 seconds. Proximity alert. Brace for impact in 4 seconds. Proximity alert. Impact imminent. Everybody roll mobility.
Oh my god. Okay, we gotta go one at a
Except
time.
for Davis. Roll pilot.
Okay.
As you grab the stick and try to get out of the way. The running lights of the Montero, an instant before impact, lights up. This is a ship twice your size that is meters away.
2 successes for piloting.
You succeed. The other success, we're going to give an additional die for mobility for everybody to be able to stay on their feet.
With my graceful piloting.
2 successes for the captain.
Captain Miller's come out of the gate pretty hot.
Just steady yourself against your chair as you're standing there, and just weather this almost like a surfer on a surfboard.
2 successes from John Wilson.
It's a good thing that you were sitting down in your rolly chair. There's a shutter, and your chair moves about 4 feet across the floor and stops.
Ah!
Cham.
Cham, running through the hallways. Gets 1 success.
When you hear impact imminent, you are able to actually jump up and grab the pipes overhead and hold on, so your body is swinging. But you are kind of still as the rest of the ship just shakes around you.
Sounds good.
Rye is in the middle of the vehicle deck, and he's walking towards the bitch while,
Yeah.
2 successes.
As you start to move towards Minnie, you hear brace for impact. And the smartest thing for you to do is sit down. And so you do. Things shift and move around you, but you're able to stand up immediately. I'm kind of glad nobody else saw that, but yeah. Business as usual. You guys just got hit by a ship. You guys don't know that, just impact imminent. And then suddenly the ship trembles. It is after that, when it all kind of like dawns on you what's happened, that everyone is going to take one stress level. So, there was an impact. On the bridge, fires break out at the science terminal and communications terminal. The hull is breached in the med lab and the room is sealed. The med pod has been destroyed and most of the cupboards there will be open as well. Things just got smashed to bits in the med bay. We also had breaches in Davis's room and Cham's room. The tritium tanks all make loud, hollow, banging noises in the cargo bay. You're on the vehicle deck. The cargo bay is on the other side of a heavy door, but you might want to go check on that ride pretty fucking quick. The power loader on the vehicle deck is now on its side, and the tools and parts are just scattered across the floor. But Daisy has been mag-locked into place, and she doesn't shift. Some of the galley cupboards have popped open. Miller and Davis, you can hear it smashing down the corridor behind you. Cham, you are noticing just a whole lot of small rivers of water that are dripping from the overhead pipes around you. And you know that this is going to be a pain in the ass. You're going to be dealing with this for the next 3 weeks.
As soon as I feel relatively sure that we're done shaking, I let go of the pipes and continue to run up to the bridge. Meanwhile, just being like, fuck.
Okay, what would you guys like to do?
Rye is gonna grab whatever passes for his spanner and start heading towards the tritium tanks.
Okay.
Just to, peek through a window or something and make sure there's nothing on fire.
There is no window. You have to open the door.
Well, it's my payday that's in there. I kind of have to know. Would Rye have any knowledge of the inner workings of the ship? Would there be any sensors or something in there?
You would know that you would be able to hear the sprinklers going off.
Can I listen for the sprinklers?
Yeah, you don't have to roll, you just listen to them. Sure. You don't hear anything.
Okay. Fantastic. I'm going to try and crack open the door then.
You see that some of these massive tanks have been jostled, and I do mean massive. They're 4 times the size of a person, right?
Yeah.
And a couple of them are lying on their side, but they all seem to be intact, and there's no immediate danger that you can determine.
Okay. I'm going to close the door and start heading back up towards the bridge then.
Wilson, are you staying in here or are you heading?
I want from Captain Miller a full report on exactly what's going on.
As everyone's heading there, what are you two doing, Davis and Miller?
I'm going to start demanding from Mother diagnostics on the cargo hold and diagnostics on our fuel lines and diagnostics on where the fuck is Sutter's.
There is a quick readout. It's very simplistic. You don't have full access to Mother, and she's not going to really interface with you directly. But you can ask these questions, and she will give you technical readouts on things if you need. Most of the systems are still online, but there are a couple of major issues. First and foremost, internal comms are down, and most of the lights are either out or they're flickering. Electrical has been really fucked up by this. The port side junction ladder has popped off the wall, and anybody climbing up is going to really struggle with it. But there is still access between the decks. You know that the communications array has been flattened. You took a direct hit. So long-range communications are out, as well as the short-range sensor array. It is gone.
Landing gear?
Landing gear appears to be fine. You were hit on the front starboard side. All the landing gear clearly is underneath, but right there on the front of the ship, where a lot of the sensor arrays and the antennas and whatnot are sticking out. Navigation has been reduced now to the emergency interface, but it does seem to be working at a limited capacity. The FTL displacement drive has been knocked offline, and all 4 engines appear to be fine. The dorsal thrusters seem sluggish and are going to need to be looked at eventually, and long-range sensors can be recalibrated. This is going to be days worth of replacement, and you probably don't have parts for a lot of things, like the communications array. So you are now flying deaf and dumb. And you've got long-range sensors, but not short-range sensors.
Okay.
Right? So anything within a kilometer or so, you're relying on your eyeballs.
Cap, we're going to have to land the sucker.
Well, that was always the plan. I just got to figure out why this happened and where we are. That's kind of the most important.
I think we got to get ourselves out of the sky for now.
Right, but we can't do that until we know where we are.
That's what you think, Cap.
Talk to Mother. All right. Yeah, I'll go in and swipe the key card, head inside, sit down at the terminal, and just start. How did this happen? I thought you were scanning. Where did this come from? Are we where we're supposed to be?
A signal of unknown origin was detected. The USCSS Montero was rerouted to investigate the signal. The signal resembles distress transmissions from older vessels no longer in service. The signal is distorted and cannot be deciphered. If the signal is a distress signal, the USCSS Montero is to investigate and aid under priority protocols. Failure to respond to an SOS transmission will result in a penalty of total forfeiture of shares with potential impounding of vessel, termination of employment, and/or involuntary enrollment at a penal labor camp until an investigation can be resolved.
Well, shit. I guess we're investigating this. How far away are we from Sutter's world?
Your navigation is offline. You're not entirely certain where you are. Your long-range sensors can pick up this star pattern, but it's going to take a while to get that information.
All right, well, I'll tell Mother to keep working on where we are. That's got to be the most important. And then I guess I'll walk out and try to find Mr. Wilson here.
I'm on my way to the bridge.
So Cham's going to show up first. Cham, you enter the bridge.
What are you guys doing to Monty? What just happened?
Cham, no time. I need eyes. Get yourselves on those comms. We need to figure out where we are and where we're pointed.
I walk over to the comms.
The comm station is fucked up and the communications array is gone.
You need more than eyes over here, my friend. This is not going to do anything for anybody.
Cap, we're flying completely blind.
Yep. Keep working on it.
Wilson would show up next.
Captain, I need a full report on exactly what is happening.
Let's step into the Mother room here for a minute, you and I. So is that the ship you were telling us to look out for? Is that what we just hit? Because that would have been great information to have, knowing that we weren't actually where we were.
I will give you all information on a need-to-know basis.
Well, it seems pretty important that the captain needs to know where we are.
Right, okay.
Right.
So this has just happened, okay?
Uh-huh.
Tempers are flared. I think what's important now is that we do what we need to do and we dock this ship up against this other one.
Yeah, but what else do I need to know here that you're not telling me? What other information do you have?
Right now, not much else.
Not much else, so there is more.
I need to know what's on that ship, and we need to take that back with us.
Did you know that we were coming to the ship before we left?
Captain, I need you to trust me.
Manipulation rolls are exactly
Here
what this
we
is
go.
for. So opposing manipulation rolls, please. That is an automatic failure from the stress die. However, this is opposing, so we do need to have Miller succeed.
Success!
A single success.
Amazing.
So, you know that he is hiding shit. And there's more than he is willing to tell you. So, Miller, he is just stonewalling you. You're not going to get a straight fucking answer from this guy.
Well, I'll go back out onto the bridge. Say, alright guys, here's the deal.
As you're saying this, the door opens and Rye walks in.
What the hell happened? Mother rerouted us when we were in cryo. Our mission's changed. We gotta check in with this ship, see what's going on. This is something we gotta do. Sorry, this is not what we wanted, but this is where we are. I expect we will probably be going onto the ship together to figure out what's going on. In the meantime, I need the three of you to work out what's going on here and get us back up, talking and listening.
I don't know if I can get us close to that ship being blind like this.
I'm a little bit concerned about safety, so while these guys are doing ship things, would I know of any weapons on the ship that I can use for personal safety? I would just like to sneak off, and if there's something that we have for personal protection.
You will know that there is a firearm aboard, and it is owned and operated by Captain Miller. He is the one that's able to have access to it. He usually lives in a safe. And other than that, only what everybody brought on board, which should not be firearms, mostly. You can check your character sheets for those. And other than that, you're looking at
kitchen knives
and power tools. So
I'm going to go grab a kitchen knife, I think, while these guys are doing their stuff.
While Wilson is gone, you guys are trying to figure out what we can do on the ship.
Yep.
After some diagnostics, this is going to take probably 7 or 8 days in dock to get the external arrays up and running. The FTL drive being off is a fucking problem because you are stranded out here and the comms are out, so you can't even send a distress signal. You cannot fix the comms. That whole array has been flat. You need a brand new entire system set up. There are a couple of areas that have been shut off from the rest of the ship as well because of hull breaches. There is no medical bay available now, so don't get hurt. And your living quarters, Davis and Cham, are gone. The other thing to note here is that the ship that hit you had some momentum. It is getting further away by the second.
Can I do a piloting roll to find out what I have access to see if I can manually fly this ship like 100%?
You don't even need to do a pilot roll for this. You grab the joystick. The thrusters on top of the ship are a little bit sluggish, so like descending downwards or in that direction is going to be slower than in any other direction. But that's not a big deal. That's for like precision thruster work. For landing will be a little bit of an issue, but for maneuvering in space, you seem to be just fine.
Okay. All right. I would recommend everybody either hold on to something or sit down and buckle up.
If you are going to be flying and there is an unlit object out there, you're going to need as many eyes as possible staring out the window.
So should we all get our faces close to the window as possible?
As many eyes as we can get, guys.
All right.
All right, take right. I got left.
Got it.
Miller's going to be in the front, and of course Davis is busy flying with the sensors that she does have that are up, which are going to be based entirely on long-range sensors and positioning based on that. Everybody's going to be calling closer, further, so on and so forth. I want everyone to roll a command roll, except for Wilson and Davis, just to give Davis a heads up about getting closer, right?
Yep.
Every success is going to give you an extra die.
Let's see what we get here.
Oh,
2
two.
successes.
Wow.
All right, so that's an extra 1 for Davis for pilot. All right.
No.
Miller.
3. Okay, so I have 3 extra.
So you have 3 extra dice on this piloting roll, plus it's the Montero, it's your ship, so you get a +1 for just basic maneuvering anyway. So add 4 dice to your regular.
4 successes.
All right, so you not only are able to get up to this ship, I'm going to use one of your additional successes to get you nice and close to it.
Excellent.
So that your eyes can get on it with the external lights of your ship lighting it up, which means you got to get within about 100 meters of it.
Okay.
You're going to have to match the pitch and yaw, the roll of the ship as well, to some degree, but as it's moving and rotates, Cham is distracted by the fact that this thing doesn't have any lights at all, right? So he's not seeing anything. He's seeing the absence of something and going, well, that's probably indicating a power failure of some sort, right? So, because Cham, you know that like there are some lights that should just be on, even if you shut all the lights off. So, Rye, you can see the name of the ship itself. You see it painted on the side in giant letters, and it's the USCSS Cronus. Miller, you see a couple of things because you got 2 additional successes. The first is that it seems like there's some debris that is nestled on the underside of the hull. It looks like way more than could come off of the collision with your ship. So there's other debris under there. God knows if it came off of the Cronus or not. The other thing that you notice is that the main airlock on the dorsal side, so the top of the ship, seems to have some sort of machinery attached to it. It's difficult to get a solid look without any short-range sensors, but it's going to make docking impossible. With that taken off the table, it might be time to confer with Mother.
Can I use one of my extra successes to just show the fuck off?
Absolutely.
Like a glove, boys.
All right, I'll go in, I'll talk to Mother and figure out what she wants us to do because we can't dock, so.
Terry,
Yes.
you find a knife.
I'm going to grab 2 knives.
Sure. There are now 2 carving knives missing from the gap. So, Miller, what would you like to do?
Well, I want to go talk to Mother and see what's going on.
What are you asking?
I'll give all the information that I have
Okay.
and then ask for instruction.
What you are going to receive back from Mother is the USCSS Cronus was a Wayland SEV M3 Heliodis class scientific vessel launched in the year 2110.
73 years ago.
It was launched in an effort to recover scientific samples near the planned site of a new colony. The planetary debris belt held planetoid LV-1113, which met the conditions to support life. Last known communications from the trinary star system, known as 26 Draconis, was unintelligible, likely due to damaged communications. The vessel was declared lost, the crew assumed deceased, the mission to colonize was aborted. Mother then says, Captain Miller, I have new directives. 1. Recover scientific data and samples from the USCSS Cronus. 2. Escort the salvaged Cronus to Anchorhead or any other Weyland-Yutani facility. 3. Recover any remaining crew members of the USCSS Cronus. According to data gathered before the collision, the nearest facility is on Sutter's World, 5.44 light years from your current position. You know that there are 3 potential ways to board another spacecraft. The first one, the standard procedure, would see you attach the pressurized umbilical from the airlock of the Montero to the pressurized airlock of the Cronus. But you saw that the main airlock seems to be compromised somehow with a bunch of stuff around it, and it would probably require an entire shift out there in space on the side of the Cronus to clear that debris off. 2, you can keep the Montero at a safe distance because you don't know what's going on here. Take Daisy close to the airlock and transfer personnel to the Cronus via spacewalk. This is likely going to be time consuming due to the Montero being far away. Like, safe distance is like 10 kilometers. So there would be room for 2 people in the Daisy, and then whoever else is going to be standing on the back in EV suits. Also at that distance, short-range communication with the boarding party might get spotty. Internal comms are down, but there are comms within each one of the compression suits that you guys have. The third option is to just fly as close as you can to the Cronus, which apparently Davis can just fucking do, and then spacewalk across the distance. You do know that the compression suits that you have will easily handle a spacewalk of any kind, and that with the tethers to the Montero, slightly magnetized boots, and Daisy nearby to pick somebody up, this is actually fairly run-of-the-mill and without any real risk to just jump the fucking distance. If Davis can get you close enough, you just jump, float for a few seconds, and then the maglock boots lock on. You also know that standard protocol would have at least 1 crew member stay behind and monitor the situation via comms. However, your internal comms are down. What that means, though, is that that person would have to put on a helmet with the comms and the headset inside the helmet to be able to communicate. The upside is that Mother has a crude map that could help someone guide you. The downside is that fewer people aboard the Cronus means it's going to take longer to search it, and that delays any sort of repairs that you might be having to make to both the Montero and the Cronus, and getting back onto a heading to Sutter's World could take days and days. Remember, every day costs money, and Wilson is watching the budget, and if you fuck this up, you could lose your ship.
All right, here's what's going to happen. Davis, you're sticking back here with the ship. You're going to do what you can to reestablish communication with the outside world and keep your headset on so that you can communicate with us as well. The rest of us are going to suit up and go for a nice little jaunt in Daisy. We want to be able to get the Montero to dock eventually, so we're going to take the Daisy over. 3 of us are going to head inside the Cronus, which will be Wilson with me, Rye with me. Cham, I need you on the outside to stick with Daisy. We need someone to stay here with it. And while you're here, could you work at chipping away what's blocking the airlock? We, again, want to be able to get the Montero over here. We don't know what we got to take back with us, so we want to make sure we leave every avenue open.
And if we get that airlock working, then I can make my way over.
Exactly, and then we can have more people looking inside to get us to where we need to go quicker.
All right.
Kevin, do we have any time to look at Daisy? If you'll recall, there was something I was uneasy about. There was a sound. I would feel a lot better if we had a moment to make sure it was operating, if we're going to use it.
She's just rusty. You just got to kick her a little bit.
Look, we're all going to need about 20 minutes to make sure that we're ready to go. Everybody got to use the bathroom before you get in your suit. We got checks to do. I got to grab a couple of things. We got to make sure our packs and supplies are in good shape. Do your final check. Make sure there's nothing catastrophic. Again, we do have the Montero to come get us if we need it.
Does this mean we get more shares?
Ask Wilson.
Anything is possible, and what I like to tell the crews that I work with is we qualify ourselves for the opportunities of tomorrow today.
My eyes glaze over and I turn to walk away.
You can audibly hear Davis's eye roll. Just to the back of her skull.
And speaking of qualifying themselves, I'd love to get a moment with you, Davis, just to unpack some things. Pass the ball back and forth. Think of some ideas.
Well, you guys are going to go do that. I want to look at Rye and Cham, and you guys, when we're out there, need to keep an eye on this guy. He's not telling us everything that he should be. I think there's more information here. Don't let him out of your sight.
Have you decided who's going to be in the cab and who's going to be standing on the deck?
Wilson and Rye are going to ride in the back.
It is imperative that I survive. this mission.
What is this? Like some hazing ritual? Putting the new guy on the back? What are you doing?
Thank you. I would like...
No, it's for the most important members of the crew.
I would like Captain Miller to reconsider this part of his decision, and I would strongly urge you to put me in the cab.
You could try to do a manipulation roll if you'd like.
I am a little stressed, though.
You're also going to get another stress die as well, because you've just been told that you have to go do a boarding mission through deep space, and Wilson, you have not trained for this.
No.
This is not your fucking job.
Motherfucker!
So you rolled a face hugger, so that's an automatic fail. Wilson, you are stuck outside on the back with Rye.
As I leave the bridge, I just sort of pat you on the shoulder. You'll be fine. I've done it tons of times. Only once I lost my air supply. Walk off the bridge.
He's alive.
I want you to remember, Wilson, specifically, that when you were getting ready to join one of the Starfreighters, you went through a safety meeting where you just had like one of those online quizzes where you're clicking yes,
click next.
Yes,
yeah,
right?
All the way.
And the part about what happens to a human body with explosive decompression is going to flash through your mind. But don't worry, you'll freeze to death before you end up feeling too many of the symptoms. So you have 20 minutes to get ready. What's everybody doing besides getting into their IRC Mark 50 compression suit? These compression suits, by the way, are compression suits. These are not full, like, astronaut gear with thrusters to help you get anywhere. It is just protecting you from space. It is a helmet, it has a headset inside of it, and it's got a limited amount of air.
I am going to go retrieve the gun and keep it discreet. I'm going to have like a little tool bag, I'm guessing, for things, to open doors, blah, blah, blah. I want to make sure that it is discreet.
Cham and Rye, you guys also have the ability to go get some tools if you would like.
Yeah, we should probably go down and see what we can put onto the back of Daisy and strap down and start prepping her.
Yeah, we should bring just sort of a general array of things, I think. Because, literally no signs from the outside. Who fucking knows?
Wilson, while everybody else is digging around for their stuff, you want to talk to Davis.
Yeah, I just want to let Davis know that you did a fantastic job back then of piloting this vessel. I can't remember the last time I've seen a pilot execute a maneuver as well as you did that.
Probably haven't been on many ships, but I appreciate the compliment.
And well, this has been the best piloting that I've seen so far, and I just want to let you know, a lot of eyes on you back at head office. A lot of eyes.
I'm sure.
A lot of eyes. Many people think that you should be captain. None of my business, obviously. I just think that you and we should have our own way of communicating while I'm off, just figuring out what's going on, and perhaps what could be in the best interest of the company, and eventually you. I just think that if the captain is saying something which we both know is probably not the best thing to do, we should have a way of being able to communicate that to each other. I'm proposing a code word that if you hear me use the word cool, that means that you should do the opposite of what the captain is suggesting, or go along with what I'm suggesting.
Roll a manipulation as well.
I will, thank you. Am I still double stressed?
If you can take a certain amount of time before you get into this, you need to take about 10 minutes of downtime to get rid of one of them.
I'll do that, because I want to formulate my thoughts on how I'm going to communicate this.
All right, you can get rid of one of them.
One success.
All right, that's an opposing manipulation to see if you understand his perspective on this.
No successes.
So what he's saying makes a certain amount of sense, but this is your buddy he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be worthwhile to consider your career in the future. However, is your lifestyle and your future paychecks worth a very good friend and colleague's reputation and career? Something to be thinking about, especially as tensions get high in the future.
Wilson, the guys are just yanking your chain. You're gonna be fine.
You think I'll be fine? Okay.
So you guys all meet in the vehicle deck. It is time to get your compression suits on. Everyone except Wilson has done this before, so this is business as usual. So are you flying the 10 kilometers away?
Well, can we get dropped off a little bit closer and then move to a safe distance?
Sure.
I can maneuver myself as close as we can. Absolutely, Cap.
Yeah, let's do that. Cham, did you have a chance to check out the little bug you were talking about there?
No.
Okay.
20 minutes? I could crack her open and seal her back up.
What did you feel like? What was the problem?
It was just a weird noise. I didn't like the sound of her when we were running her through diagnostics.
Are we all wearing helmets now that we can all hear each other, or no?
You can put your helmet on whenever you'd like because you're just going to be sitting in, your pilot's chair, looking at your screens or whatnot, with your flight jacket and your regular clothes underneath, and a helmet on.
Helmet on.
Yeah. So that you can talk to them.
I'll put it on right away because I would want to hear, to make sure we can get close enough so I can listen in.
Then it is aboard Daisy. Sorry, who's flying? Miller.
Yeah.
First thing you got to do is disengage the meg lock on it. And then you're just sitting on the floor of the vehicle bay. There's a countdown for 3 minutes for there to be the decompression in here. And then the giant bay door starts to open, revealing the vast emptiness of space in front of you. As all of this is going on, Davis, do you want to fly us as close as you possibly can?
You know it.
So let's just roll a pilot. You have been stunting. You've been good at this. I will give you a +2 roll on this.
Amazing.
3. You are able to get within about 200 meters.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be that 100 meters away. If something goes weird with Daisy, you're just going to run into the Cronus. So you pull back a little bit until they launch, and then you're able to move out to the 10-kilometer distance.
Okay.
It takes 1 full turn to get to the Cronus. Can I get a pilot roll from you to be able to land nicely and close to the main airlock on the top of the ship?
Can I assist by looking out the window again?
Yes, so you can get an extra die because you're getting a help.
1 success.
We're going to choose to assume that was from Cham, saying, no, over here. And you are able to land and then engage the meglock to the side of the Cronus. The moment that you try to re-engage the meglock, you hear that loud crunch noise that you had heard before that bothered you. And there's a little smoke that comes up from underneath one of the panels in Daisy. And the meglock fails. And Daisy just starts to drift a little bit. Now, your momentum is still the same because you were meglocked on, so it's just like it's moving a ½ inch every few minutes.
Rye, Wilson, can you jump off and tether us down?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Could I also get out and do that?
Yes, you can. One person roll a heavy machinery roll because there is a small crane on here that you can use to actually attach to the crane.
I would get on that.
If you two,
I think
you two should work. Can I help by, I don't know, telling you how to
I'm
do
going
your
to
job?
assist you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You assist each other. I'll supervise the
So
whole
you
thing.
get an extra die, was that?
Yeah, that's correct.
One success.
One extra die.
So,
Wow.
yes, you are able to get tethered to the Cronus, and directly in front of you is the main airlock. You can see that the debris that is around there, the machinery that's attached to it, is actually coupling for another umbilical that had been attached to this before. That umbilical is gone, but the coupling is still attached. It's going to take about a shift to pull that off. It's also bent the outer door a little bit, and it's going to take 2 turns for our roughnecks here to be able to kind of get the outer airlock working again.
Okay.
Fuck. Alright.
You guys are standing there on the hull of the Cronus. All of your boots have very weak magnets holding you on. So you're able to take steps without any sort of additional, extra effort. However, the vastness of space is weighing down upon you. There is blackness in all directions. Thousands of stars of various sizes, and some are different colors. But the nebula that you thought that you would see outside of Sutter's world is very small and in the distance. There are a couple of other cosmic bodies that are out there, but nothing particularly close. It feels very alone out here. There's not a planet or a sun or any sort of planetoid, moon, anything available to be seen at all. You are in deep space. Wilson, stress level, please.
Stress level for me?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to stay very close to one of these two. Probably Cham, because he just impressed me with his satisfactory performance there.
Yeah.
Which I have noted for the company. I want to stay in very close proximity to him.
Right, Cham.
Yeah.
You guys open up the doors. Once it happens, now that we've kind of seen a little bit more, we can kind of reassess. I think Wilson and I will go in and have a look around, see what's going on. Make sure it's safe, make sure it's secure, make sure we can get power on, things like that. In the meantime, maybe the two of you can work on freeing that tether.
Captain, I can do it myself. I gotta stay outside anyways.
He's not going to be much more help inside if we can be around and do things, right?
Well, I'd like him to go inside to see if he can figure out why we can't see anything. Again,
you got it?
I got it.
I'll trust you.
Fine. It's great.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay in the cab with you then.
Yeah, we'll sit here until
For 20 minutes.
Is that 20 minutes enough time for me to remove a stress just by calming down without
Yes.
using my signature item?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think we have a plan.
Let's get to her.
The two of us will open the door.
This is going to be a heavy machinery roll
Okay.
to open the airlock.
And I can assist with that again.
Okay. One success.
One success.
Once the outer airlock doors are breached, there is explosive decompression and air comes firing out. Hits Cham and pushes him off of the hull of the Cronus.
Ah!
We have Rye, with the lightning fast reflexes, just reach out and grab him by the ankle and pull him back down to the hull. Cham, you now have a stress because you were blown out to space. The airlock door is open and is functional. It's just on the inside, no one had decompressed the air yet, so.
Yeah. Whoa, thanks, buddy.
Hey, got your back. Glad you're safe at least.
And we got the door open. Like, look over my shoulder. Come on in.
There is darkness inside the airlock. You do know that it is an airlock, so there will be an immediate door on the other side of this that is sealed, that cannot be unsealed until the outside door has been closed and we repressurize this room. There's enough room in here for about 6 people.
Are there lights on the helmets?
Yes, all of your compression suits do have a light on the helmet. Also, in the tool bags that Cham and Rye are carrying, you will also have a flashlight each. So, Captain Miller, the door is open.
Well, let's head in, straight to the bridge, I guess.
Yeah, I'll stay right by you.
Okay, and Rye is going in, or is he staying out?
He's coming with us.
I'll go with them.
Okay. The 3 of you enter. There is some compression. You can feel that your suit is starting to react differently. There does appear to be gravity in here. When the doors close and the room fills with air, you can see on the wall there is a little series of lights going from red, and then the next one goes orange, and then the next one goes yellow, and then the next one goes green. There's a loud hissing noise. You are inside the Cronus. The inside of the ship is completely dark, and there is a thin layer of frost on all of the surfaces. There appears to still be gravity. The air looks dense and hazy here, and you can see the slightest shift in the air whenever somebody moves subtly. It's as if there's a weak mist or a vapor. The room you're in is an octagon, with a closed door leading towards the bow and a door leading aft. Just like on the Montero, there's a ladder in the center of the junction that leads down to the other decks.
I look over to the captain. We should probably figure out why this thing's powered off, eh?
Yeah, up to the bridge. We'll get all our answers up there.
You don't know where the bridge is. Davis, once you've gotten 10 kilometers away, at about that point, they have emptied the airlock. Your comms now with them are spotty at best.
I'll go on the intercom. Captain Davis?
Nope.
I see the pressure inside. Anything?
No, we're trying to find our way to the bridge.
Alright, well, based on far, you're a bit of a distance away. Assuming the right clips are working. Alright.
Shouldn't we be looking for signs of life, Captain? Shouldn't we announce our presence here?
As you guys drop down into this junction and whatnot and start talking and moving around, you feel a crunch underneath your feet. The ground here is covered in a dark fungus, and you've left partial boot prints in it. From the fungus, every so often, there grows little clusters of bulbous growths, each the size of a chicken egg and the color of unbrushed teeth. There are 6 to 20 growths in each cluster, and about a dozen clusters. Against the wall on the port side of the room is a helmet for an EVA suit. That is a real spacesuit, not just what you have. It has a cluster of 9 growths on the left side of it. But
we know what these growths are. Would anybody recognize them or be able to determine what they are?
Like, what are you doing? Are you picking them off? Are you, like, how are you interacting with them? Or are you just, like, crouching down and staring?
I'll pick it up.
Okay. You grab it and pick it up, and it immediately pops on the end, and a bunch of little motes come out of it into the air and just kind of, like, dissipate. You are now holding, like, a deflated plant, like a fungal sac, in your hand. You've never seen anything like this before.
Ugh.
It's gross white, like off-colored gnarly white on the outside and black on the inside.
Wilson, maybe we don't touch things we don't know what they are, okay?
Oh my god. That just disgusting.
Yeah, let's try not to disturb anything in here more than we have to. So yeah, we're moving through. Which way we need to go here?
Captain?
Yeah.
Are you still in the same room?
Yes. Oh yeah, we're gonna move through to the next. Let's get through here. We're not stopping to smell the fungus.
They say that they're going to be heading into the next area. Do you want to tell them what's on the other side of the door before they do it?
You're gonna hit yourself a solid hallway. Keep going north. Going through, you'll probably hit Mother.
All right, let's keep going.
On every single one of these doors, there will be either a keycard access, if it's supposed to be limited, or a push button that you just can hit with your glove and it opens up. You guys are all staying in your compression suits?
Oh, yeah.
The corridor that leads to the nose of the ship is short and has an intersection that heads port and starboard. On the other side of the intersection is a door with a symbol made up of red triangles that you all recognize as the symbol for the Cronus' version of the Mother mainframe. Sitting against the door is the dried and frozen corpse of a person in most of an EVA suit. The helmet is missing, but so is the person's head. Behind and slightly above him is a dark, dry stain on the door. In his hands is a shotgun. The keypad beside the door to Mother is dark, indicating that it has no power, so the door probably cannot be unlocked. You 3 gain a level of stress.
Fuck me.
Pick up the shotgun. Yes,
Captain, I'll be staying close to you throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, that's fine. I expect I'm probably going first. We need to figure out how to power these doors and get them open and get moving through here.
As you are moving through the ship in gravity with these compression suits on, you realize that you're not able to move as easily as you want, so there will be -1 to all agility rolls.
I think we should probably investigate this body a little more, shouldn't we?
If you'd like.
There is gravity, you say?
Yes.
Does that mean there's life support?
Not necessarily. Air and gravity are 2 different systems.
Do we have some form of a readout that would give us exterior conditions?
I'm assuming Miller has a couple.
I did say I'd bring in a bag with things that I would need.
With sensors and whatnot. So yeah, there would be some sort of atmospheric test that you can run here. The other thing that you would have would be the very classic from this universe motion detector as well.
I would like to... I know this body has no head, but I would like to determine how he died. Was the head removed after or before? I'm also looting the body. I want to make that very clear.
Well, with the shotgun taken,
yes,
you realize that the dark stain behind the body that's on the door is full of chunks. It's not just a stain, it's got viscera. This is the remains of the head of the person. Because it is a full EVA suit, you can only check the pockets on the outside of it.
Right.
There's nothing else there except a couple of shotgun shells.
I probably want those.
Used shotgun shells? Empty shells? Oh, I'll just pocket with them.
He's got the shotgun and you've got the shells.
Does he have any shells in the weapon currently?
You can check the weapon and find out that there are currently 5.
Excellent.
5? And I have 2 more?
That's right. Which means it can hold a total of 6. One of the shells has been spent. You find it lying a few feet away on the floor. So the Mother doorway is not working. You're going to have to restore power to it in order to get in there. The corridor that you're in goes either left or right, but they both seem to turn back around to head into the back of the ship. So there's nothing else in this forward section.
Okay. Is the door open?
No, we're gotta get power. Where would engineering be?
Not on this level. You have to find a different level. The closest level I can see is back at the junction you were at.
That was that ladder that was going down there?
Up and down, or just down?
Well, it was up to the airlock and down to deck B.
Can I comm-tech the panel and just see if there's any power getting to it or anything like that?
To Mother's door panel?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Do it.
So, because it is a high-tension moment, you are able to take a deep breath, focus, and pull the panel off. And discover that the wiring all seems to be fine. There should be power getting to it. It's just off.
Okay. Yeah, we need to restore power to it.
Great, how do we do that?
Good question.
The first place that you could go to determine this would be heading to the bridge.
At the very least, there might be like some form of emergency power we can turn on at the bridge.
If you guys want to make your way to the bridge, you're, again, down to the next level.
Are we not at the bridge where the room mother was?
There's your own room.
Which I thought was adjacent to the bridge.
Not on this ship.
Well, you're going to have to make your way back to your junction, head down to the next level, and head straight up again, and that'll take you straight to the bridge.
I will do those directions.
Hey, Davis. Is there I don't know, like some kind of like nuclear reactor, or like, you know, is there like a hazard sign, some kind of biohazard, or like, you know, something like on the map?
Yeah, it does. She's reactor powered, but that's all the way at the back of the ship.
The opposite direction.
Correct. You have to make your way across the whole unit.
You will also be able to tell Davis that there is no door to the reactor on this section, and reactor cores are very large, so it's probably access will be from a different deck.
A different deck than the one they're on right now?
That's right.
Yeah.
Now let's not split up. Let's get to the bridge. Let's see what's going on.
You guys on the inside, just a few cents.
And if you guys want to go way down to the reactor core, you're going to have to go all the way down to the basement.
Baby steps. We'll get there.
All right, so it was back to the junction and down the stairs.
To the bridge.
When you head down from the junction on deck A down to the junction on deck B, this room is like the one above you, except there's no fungus in here, and the ladder continues downward to deck C. There is a door in each of the four walls, leading to the bow, the stern, port, or starboard.
Just keep heading through. The bridge is directly underneath the mother.
All right.
As you move forward through the door, and you find another corridor just like the one that was the deck above you, except instead of a door leading to Mother with a corpse in front of it, you see that the door to the bridge is there. The door to the bridge is half closed, and it looks like it's been severely dented. This is a large bridge, over twice the size of the one in the Montero. There is an orange standby light at the very, very front that is faintly blinking beside what looks like a command station. It casts the front of the bridge in an eerie glow, but the back of the bridge where you're entering through remains steeped in darkness. As your lights pass over the stations, you see that something terrible happened in here, and no amount of haze or dust or frost can hide the carnage. Interestingly, there are little pieces of shiny tinfoil that have been bent and shaped into little origami animals. They sit on top of the cold wreckage, but some have fallen over. You can see the remains of a hollow display table. There's a communication station, a sensor station, a life support monitor, and then in the front of the bridge there are 2 pilot stations, and then that command station. Where would you like to head?
Command station.
The dented door? Which way is it dented?
Yeah.
Well, when you were standing outside, it looked like it was dented inward.
So something was trying to get in?
Something got in. All right, this is weird. Here, shotgun.
Okay. Take the shotgun.
And then I'm going to reach into the bag and get my pistol. There's something funky going on here.
All right, so now Rye has the shotgun. Miller has produced a pistol.
Every captain has a pistol. And then here's the movement scanner.
Okay.
Wilson, just keep an eye out. Something came in here before. Let's make sure nothing's coming in here behind us. Let's just play it safe.
Okay, I mean, I'm going to stay close to Rye, I think.
You should stay, yeah, we should all stay close to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I checked the weapon to see how many shells it's got in it.
Yeah,
Yada.
there's 5, yeah.
Okay.
So, you're all moving towards the command station together then?
Yes.
Yes, okay. The command station at the very nose of the bridge is a mess of smashed monitors. One monitor labeled Nav still seems to be intact. As far as you can tell, the destruction seemed to have been focused on the monitors and not the computer housing or the electrical cable. But there is no power.
Right, look around, see if you can find somewhere to turn power on.
Aye. You mentioned there was a blinking light?
Yes, there's this little blinking light at the command station that's labeled standby.
Can we just press the standby button?
I don't know. This is not my forte. Yes?
Yes.
Yep. You hit the standby button, and there is a whirring noise from the communication station behind you. It sounds like a drive is trying to boot up.
Excellent.
Sounds like we have some power.
Keep going. Let's keep finding more power. Let's get this. Yeah. Get this ship running here.
If I'm listening to this, what I understand that that ships can go into like a standby mode if someone sets it that way, and it could restore power.
Yes, with gravity available, there is some amount of
Power
emergency
going
power
somewhere,
here, right? So there's just no lights. It doesn't sound like the air is running. It is just very, very dark in here.
I want to scan this movement sensor around the room and just see if there's anything in the room moving around.
Where are you going to stand when you do that? Are you at the command station?
I'll stand at the command station with whoever's there.
Pointing backward?
Yeah.
Yes.
For a very short second, you get a blip deeper, way beyond this room, towards the back of Deck B.
Oh! Captain, we have something moving.
And then it stops.
Quick, but there's something else here moving around.
You also know that it only senses movement, which means if it's a chain swinging just from the impact, that's going to pick up the...
I'm going to keep it on the area to see if the sound comes back, to see if it is something swinging, or if it's something that passed by.
There are no further blips here. So whatever it was could have been a phantom on the machine itself, or whatever it was a one-off situation.
Keep on it. Whatever room we are in, make sure nothing else comes into the room with us.
I'm going to look for something else to try and power on.
Okay, the communication station is the one that's making the little bit of noise, but the monitor stays dark. You're going to need to make a comm-tech roll in order to get in, bust open the housing, and actually repair the station a little.
Okay, I'll do that.
A screen pops to life for a moment as the ship begins a low-power boot-up sequence.
Oh.
So we've got Rye underneath the station who's working on it. And are you over by the door making sure nobody comes in? Or
I just want to, wherever I'm doing, I'm a coward, and I just want to stay close to another person.
The comm station is at the back of the bridge, so like they aren't hovering right there. But Miller, you can see that blue text begins appearing on the computer. Emergency power failure. All systems will be offline in 68 days. Would you like to restore ship-wide power? Y/N.
Y enter.
Returning temperature to 72 degrees. Power restored to Cryo Chamber 2. Waking crew. Unauthorized power drain to Cryo Chamber 1. Power restored to Corporate Suite. Power restored to Mess Hall. Power restored to Living Quarters. Error. Mess Hall power is offline. Error. Living Quarters power is offline. Error. Science module is offline. Diagnostics. And then a dot. Are functioning in a limited capacity. Reactor relay is operating at 0.05%. External communications array is offline. Air scrubbers are offline. CO2 levels are becoming dangerous. Unauthorized external access of Deck A airlock detected during hibernation mode. 3 instances. Captain Samuels be advised. All systems will now be offline in 4 days. Mother 2000 would like to speak with you. Linking SATCOM to nearby vessel. Special Order 73 initiated. AVA-6 cannot be located. Power status. Sensors are offline. Medpod power is offline. Reactor coolant tanks are online. Scilab 1 is offline. Scilab 2 is offline. Vehicle deck is offline. Cargo Bay 1 is offline. Cargo Bay 2 is offline. Navigation is offline. Immediate intervention is necessary. The communication makes a loud popping noise and goes dead. Sparks rain down upon Rye, and smoke rises from it. Ah! You have now killed the communication station as things are starting to slowly boot up. The lights begin to flicker, but most of the lights are long dead. The bulbs themselves are just burnt out. The little power surge that goes through makes a couple of other ones pop, and you can hear the air struggle to cycle on and then stop. The good news is, in and among that entire readout, the coolant tanks are online, which means the reactor is not going to overload. But it does only work at 0.05%.
I hear Rye scream over the comms. Hey, Rye, you alright? What's going on?
Yeah, okay. I think we've got power, though.
As the bridge lights up here, the lights on the exterior of the ship start to light up as well. These are not lights that are going to help you at all, just like running lights.
Little tiny, yeah.
Davis, you can see through the giant window on the deck of the Montero that the Cronus is lighting up and exists and is no longer just a dark black void in the distance. Inside the bridge, you get a better view of what's happening here. The holo display table in the middle of the bridge is absolutely in just destruction. Whatever fire did this damage to it was fast and intense, as evidenced by the sheer damage and the 2 discarded fire extinguishers on the floor nearby. At the sensor station, which is to the left of the holo display table, one of the panels is open and some of the wires and cables are hanging loosely out of it. It might be able to be fixed with time and a little luck, but the sensors outside could also be damaged from the collision. It's a big question mark. The life support monitor, which is on the other side of the holo display table, so on the starboard side, seems fine, it's just out of power. The front of the bridge, hanging out over the rest of the ship, has both of the pilot stations and the command station. Pilot Station 1 has been completely destroyed, most likely from the axe that is sticking out of the pilot's chair. Pilot Station 2 has a severed left ear sitting bloodlessly on the cracked monitor. It looks like the terminal is dead and not working, but there's no obvious reason why that would be. It could just be out of power. The command station is now trying to light up all of these cracked monitors, and there's a couple of flickers of light, but most of them are just turn right off and they are dead again. It's just that nav screen that is still there, and it does boot up, and the only thing that it says is status update for 2-6 Draconis, unavailable.
I'm going to take the axe because these two have guns.
I'd like to go see how salvageable the sensors are.
Miller, what would you like to do?
I'd like to see if there's a captain's log or something like that that can tell me a little bit more about what's going on.
You'd probably have to get to Mother to access that. That is restricted access, right?
Okay. Is there anything else in here of value to us?
I mean, chill here and we'll fix up the sensors and then we'll go up to see Mother and see if we can't. I'm kind of freaked out by, well, unauthorized cryo.
Sure, you start working, I'll stand guard, you keep watch.
Yeah, I'll use the motion sensor to keep watch.
Okay.
Well, you guys looking at motion sensors, though, it did warn us that it's not whoever's here.
We
should we go say hi?
We should probably go see that first, I think. That's it. That's like an immediate situation we should control.
You get up here by yourself?
No, I'll go with you.
All right, let's go.
All right. I'm going to take a look at the shotgun. I'm going to take a look at your axe and... Want to trade?
Yeah, I'll absolutely take that shotgun.
All right.
And I'll give you this axe.
I'll take the axe.
Is there any way for me to link up to the other ship now that the power's online? And with comms down, is there another way to, like, because you mentioned satellite XYZ, like, is there a different way to connect? Like, mother to mother?
If there is, you don't have the clearance to be able to get to Mother to be able to do that. All right, where are we heading?
To the cryo bay.
All right, Davis, how do we get there?
Well, you're going to have to head up one level, back up where you came from, and then instead of heading up north towards Mother, you're going to head south.
I'll have the motion detector pointing out the direction that we're going.
If you point it up, the deck actually starts to mess with it a bunch. There's water flowing through some of the pipes and whatnot, so you're just getting kind of weird static off of it, but it seems pretty active. You guys can hear things that are starting to boot up a little bit. The lights are coming on. They're flickering to life as you enter areas as well. The doors seem to be opening a little bit faster than they were. Are you closing doors behind you as you go, or are you leaving them open?
No, we're leaving them open.
When you get back up into Junction A, you can now see very clearly that one of the lights has come on, one of the emergency lights in the corner. This is not fully powered by any means because your reactor is only operating at 0.05%. However, the emergency lighting is back, and you can see These clusters are gross looking. There's a little black dot in the top of them where it exploded out before when you squeezed it. It looks almost as if they're designed to burst open in that direction, kind of like a plant pod would, where the flower would come up out of a pod. It's just like the tip, the end of this. When you get into junction A1, there is the door that leads to the other part of the ship, leading aft. You guys have not opened this door yet.
I'll scan with motion detector.
You absolutely detect that there's motion. There are 5 pings that are closer than the one that you saw before on deck B.
5 different pings.
5 pings.
5. And sorry, cryopod 1 is on the other side of this door. Do we know where this door leads
Nope,
to?
you guys got a bit of a distance to head. You gotta make it at least halfway across the ship.
We should choose one person, open the door, see what's on the other side, and then close the door again.
That's a great idea. You got the movement scanner and the shotgun. You go right ahead.
Protocol would dictate that the most junior team member...
Hey, gentlemen, I'm gonna pipe in here, but right behind you is Mother.
We all just pile into Mother?
You don't have access to use Mother. So
I'm sorry, I would rather not be whatever happened to dude in front of Mother.
Captain Miller, Mr. Rye is not allowed to access Mother.
Under normal circumstances, I would agree.
Right, and he's not going to. I'm going to. So anyways, all of us pile into this room. Let's close the door.
I strongly recommend
I will
Mr.
turn
Rye
my...
stays outside.
I'll turn my back and plug my ears.
I note your objection. Come on in. We're not leaving anybody behind.
As you step over the corpse, the door opens, and if you remember, the doors on in this world have split down the middle horizontally, so they go up and down. The corpse falls backwards into the mainframe. This mainframe looks similar but older. It's a little yellowed with age. Only a handful of the lights are on, and there is a cursor that's blinking on the monitor there. This is Mother 2000. The Mother that you're used to dealing with is 6500. There's barely enough room to squeeze the 3 of you with compression suits in here.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to sit down at the terminal and start typing away.
Can I use my foot to kind of push the corpse out the door?
Sure.
Please?
Yep.
Yeah, with movement and not knowing what's going on, we're going to walk in and like close doors behind us and make sure that we are alone and doing what we need to. I want to know the status. What does Mother think is going on?
Immediately as you start typing, there is a window that pops open that is all in like old DOS green on black. And it has a little cursor there that starts to move, and it scrolls across the screen. It says, "Emergency message for Clayton only."
Read message.
Nothing happens.
I'll scan my captain card, see if there's a...
Nothing happens.
I'll scan my company card.
It pops up and says, with a new window, "Liaison."
Mother, pause message. Can you avert your eyes? I'm sorry. This might be... I'm sorry.
It's really tight in here. Are you sure you want me to?
You just turn around.
Wilson does not realize that there's no microphone in here, so Mother's just going to keep scrolling on. It says, "Liaison Wilson detected. Please locate Agent Clayton." Urgent.
Of course, I haven't heard of Agent Clayton. I don't know.
No.
They're probably in his corporate suite, I would imagine. But we have to find Agent Clayton at some point, Captain.
That seems like less of a priority. What else is going on? We got to figure out what that message says.
Compared to what? This is what the company is asking us to do right now.
Miller just stonewalls, just stares.
This is a new situation. So can I try and persuade him to prioritize finding?
Absolutely, you can. This is a.
You're going to get really
role.
sick of this, and I'm sorry, but this is what I have.
While you're doing that, I go on the comms. Hey, right. You and the Mother suite right now?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Oh, you motherfucker!
So, in the background, these two arguing, they just have stalemated against each other. Mother will not let you continue without Clayton's access code.
Okay.
Is Clayton this guy?
Let's flip him over and find out.
Oh.
The guy out in the hallway here has something on him that tells us who he is.
Do I have to... Does it gotta be me? I gotta get close to it?
No.
Aren't you a roughneck?
But... I don't know about Okay, fine. I'll go do it.
Wait, what's the
Fuck!
Is the guy in the corner? What's going on?
Oh, there's
Most of a guy.
I mean,
What?
what's left?
Yeah.
There's some of the guy on the wall too. So
What?
Yeah, there may have been an accident. I'll go look at it.
I go and I try and get underneath the EVA suit as best I can to see if maybe there's like a key card or something hidden on his person. An ID, something.
Yes, he seems to be wearing coveralls. They are white, and there's a name tag that's been sewn into the left breast pocket of it, and it says Kale.
Okay, but there's no key card that I can find.
There's nothing else there now.
Okay.
Judging from the uniform, would I be able to determine what his job probably is?
Probably a science officer or a medical officer.
Okay.
So I'm curious, before we saw something about Situation 73 or Order 73 or something like that.
That's right.
Wilson, can you tell me more about this? I'm not familiar with this.
I'm going to lie to him. I'm going to say Special Order 73 isn't something that I'm at liberty to disclose. I think what's best is any time that I mention Special Order 73, just know that the action I recommend is within the best interest of us completing this.
It would be weird if it wasn't.
Anytime I mention Special Order 73 as a justification for us doing something, it's related to this. And it all will become clear.
Excellent. So only... What was the guy's name?
Clayton.
Clayton.
Oh.
Can give us that information, and I'm sure he's dead. Yeah, so let's go find him. I have decided, as the captain, that finding Clayton is a priority to us, and we should go seek him out, probably in the special quarters that the council has.
In the quarters?
Yeah, the corporate quarters. The
You're
corporate.
expecting to find a corpse? Is that what you're looking for?
Well, an access card of some kind.
Alright.
Is the cryo bay along the way?
The cryo bay is currently on the deck that you're on right now. You are on the cryo deck right now. So if you guys just headed towards the back end of the ship, you would hit the cryo pod. However, if you want the living quarters, you are going to have to head back down to main deck, you know, where the bridge was. And the corporate suite is going to be about halfway through that ship. So if you go down, you are closer to the corporate suite than you.
Yeah. Let's go down to the corporate suite here, and we need to know what we're doing. Let's find the Clayton here and figure out what's going on.
All right. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to head back to the junction and head straight down.
I'll be motion detecting from the middle in the marching order.
There are still 5 pings coming from the same rough distance.
5 pings coming from the same distance.
Alright, well, back down to the main deck and when you get there.
So back into the junction A1, which was down that ladder, down to junction B1.
Yeah, I'll climb down first. It's what I'm here for. Let's just do this.
You have gotten into junction B1. There is an intercom panel that is kind of blinking over in the corner a little bit. It looks like the internal intercoms are working now. So you will be able to communicate with each other on different parts of the ship. There's a door in each one of the walls. You know that the door closest to the bridge is still open, the way that you've left it. And Davis just told you to go through the opposite door that heads towards the stern of the ship.
All right, let's do that.
That door opens up. And you can see an intersection here. The corridor opens up beyond that into a small room. The center of that room is atop of what looks like a staircase heading down. There's also what looks like bits and pieces of a stairway that is heading up, but it seems to be misshapen at a quick glance. The corridor here extends further in each direction to the sides of the ship. To the port side, across this intersection, you can see a number of narrow doors on each side. To the starboard side, you can see one door past the intersection and an intercom panel further down.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Alright, go ahead, port.
Okay.
You have reached an intersection. There's a door that leads toward the bow, a door that leads towards the stern, and then a hallway that has just a bunch of doors.
I'm just going to scan as we get deeper in to see if the 5 pings are distributed across different areas.
You are on the deck below now.
Okay.
There's nothing showing up on the motion sensor.
Moving.
Nothing behind us either?
Nothing.
Alright. Well, before you get to the narrow hallway, you're going to probably see large room doors. I want to head towards the front of the ship. And it's actually the first door on your port side.
This hallway here seems to run from the front of the ship to the back of it. It just has a bunch of different blast doors that are closed, but they've all got push buttons to hit to open them. As you head down this, you can see an intercom on the starboard wall. There's another blast door at the end of the hallway that's sealed. The door to the corporate suite is closed.
Guys, what's beyond this blast door?
You're heading towards the living area where you're going to find their med lab and their science bay.
Med lab pod was offline. Science.
That science labs are also offline.
Well, let's open this door and get in there.
This corporate suite looks like an upsettingly spacious living quarters with a small sitting area, a desk and chair, a bed, a closet, a small wet bar, and a private bathroom. The room, however, has been ripped apart. The bed is soaked with blood, the couch cushion stuffing is all torn out, and the furniture in the room has been destroyed. The bathroom seems to be untouched, and the door stands ajar. Everything in the bathroom is covered in frost, and the floor is covered in ice. There's probably a leak somewhere in here. The door to the closet has been destroyed, and most of the clothes are scattered around the room. On the back wall of the closet is a hatch indicating a emergency escape vehicle. It says in giant number, the number 8. A keypad beside it is lit up with a red screen that clearly reads access denied. Embedded in the wall beside the bed, there is a hole. It looks like there was a painting that was over it before, but it's fallen to the ground. There is a wall safe that is clearly visible. There is nobody in here, not even a corpse.
And the room looks in disarray, like it's been pulled apart by a human who's trying to find something, or like it's been
Great
damaged.
question.
How does it open? Is it keycard access or pin code or something?
Like literal spinny, like
yeah.
old style tumbler.
Okay, I want to take a look in the closet. And you said there was like an escape pod or something in there?
Yeah, there's a hatch to an escape pod, giant number 8.
And it says access denied?
Access denied on the key card.
The old key card.
Your key card does not work.
Try mine.
Your key card does not work.
Did we find our guy, Cap?
Nope.
You said there was a wet bar?
There is.
Is there like a little flask of whiskey or anything? Bourbon, I like it.
Most of the stuff has been smashed. There are 2 bottles of hard liquor. Both of them seem to be unlabeled. One is dark, one is clear. The way that hard liquor works is if you drink it, you get -1 to your observation and mobility, and you also lose a stress level.
I just want to try and swipe the dark liquor without anybody noticing.
Sure. Anybody want to try to roll against that? Do you care what he's doing at the wet bar?
Not really, no.
Okay, what are you guys doing in this room?
I'm trying to figure out who Clayton is, why he's important, what's going on in here.
Are we sure this would have been Clayton's room?
That's what Wilson seemed to think.
Wilson, are you sure this would have been Clayton's room?
Well, he was the corporate liaison, as am I, and so this would be his suite.
So, assumption, but the man's obviously either dead or one of the 5.
Well, I'm saying this would be where he slept.
Alright, well, I guess movement is our next concern.
Anything that looks like we can use it as a weapon. I know we got enough weapons.
There's not really in here, no. Sorry.
I'd like to go see what's going on in the bathroom. You mentioned there was a leak or something like that. Is it still leaking?
There's nothing, but it's still frozen. Like, we haven't warmed up yet. It was a few degrees below freezing when you entered the ship.
Sure.
So not deep space, which again indicates that there had been power, but also not enough to keep the whole ship warm for 73 years.
Yeah.
When you head back there and you take a look, you see that there's a number of like personal items that are on the counter that's there at the sink. Far more than you would expect to see. There's also a number of products in a very small personal shower. You'll notice the toilet seat is down and there's a bra hanging on a hook on the back of the door.
Okay. I'm going to rifle through the stuff that's there. Anything interesting? Any key cards?
No, it's bathroom stuff.
Okay.
If you guys want to check out what their storage has before you head upstairs, it's going to be on the port side before you at that junction previously.
That might not be a bad idea.
If we're here.
I mean, are we concerned with what it's storing?
I mean,
if it's got extra supplies for us to be able to use to fix up Monty.
But again, it's not really our priority. Our priority is to figure out what science was going on here, get that information, help people, and get the hell out of here.
That's fair, but
The Montero is not a problem anymore. We should fix up the Cronus and then travel back in this.
Why?
Because that is what I believe the best course of action is.
This man better not be talking about leaving my ship behind.
We gotta know what's going on. If there's movement, that might have answers. Let's go figure out what's going on.
All right.
So not storage first?
No. No, we gotta figure out what's going on here, and that's not gonna be through storage.
You either head back to the stairwell where you came from, or if you keep heading towards the stern of the ship, the port side, there might be an elevator that's operational and can get you back up to the top deck.
Stick with the ladders that we've taken. I don't think we should steer clear of elevators.
Okay.
Right.
Stairwell, if you want to take it. You go back to the junction.
Fine, we can do that.
Yeah, head back towards the junction and point yourself towards the stern of the ship. There should be another door. If you enter through there, that should be a proper stairwell.
You guys saw this as you passed by before. There's a staircase there. But when you head over to it, you can see that the staircase has been ravaged by some kind of explosion. Everything here is blackened, twisted metal, and sharp, jagged angles. Common sense says that you can absolutely use the staircase, but your compression suits are in serious jeopardy of snagging and ripping on the frozen, jagged nightmare in front of you. You can do it if you would like, but you'll have to roll mobility.
To the ladders.
Back to Junction B1, and then up into Junction A1. So you've gone up and down this ladder a bunch. You had a good workout here today. When you get to Deck A, again, Davis, why don't you walk them through where they need to go?
This one's going to be a little less complicated. You can either port side or starboard, whichever way, and then just head straight towards the stern of the ship, and then let me know when you hit a junction.
All right, let's take the port side and head to the back.
The long corridor seems to run half the length of Deck A. There's an intercom on the wall about halfway along the corridor, but it has been smashed. At the end, there's more bulkheads. Incidentally, every so often you pass an access tunnel. Maintenance hatch, sometimes a ventilation hatch, to get into all of the tunnels and whatnot throughout the ship. But they're sealed and closed. Rye would probably be making note of these, just almost like, oh, why would they have a hatch here? I guess designs have changed or so on and so forth.
Sure. To the door.
When you open it up, you see that there's a wide corridor that runs laterally along Deck A from port to starboard. On either end of this corridor is an elevator. There's also a passageway halfway along this corridor that leads aft. There's an access terminal for the ship's computer on the wall next to an intercom. All the lights are dark. At the end of the hallway, in the middle of the floor, you see a small origami cat made from shiny tin foil.
Hey, Cham.
Yeah?
You want to switch spots?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Halfway done here.
Do you need my help or anything?
Right. You have to grow up one day, man.
Fine.
You're doing fine.
Alright, gentlemen, if you headed down the port side and you reach the floor and you've gone through your door, if you head starboard towards the other end, there will be a doorway into the cryo chambers.
Any movement coming?
Any movement. They're much closer to us now. As many as 5. Captain, I said 5. 2 more than we are. One's a bigger coward than me, I think, at this point.
All right, well, you get the door. We'll stand ready because we got the guns.
We'll stand ready. Aiming.
Hit the door, stand back.
The door here opens up into a short hallway that ends in 3 doors, each with a large label and a window, but they've all been frosted over and obscured. As you approach these doors, you can see that each of them has been damaged somehow. One of them appears to have the window completely smashed and to the point where it's opaque, but it's shatterproof glass, so it's just spiderwebbed. There seems to be a faint sputtering light coming from inside the room. Another one seems to be jammed open just an inch. You can hear voices from the other side of it, and the lights are on. The third one has all sorts of gouges and marks around the door frame. The glass window in the door is broken, and part of it has been eaten away by some kind of acid. The bottom section of the door itself looks like it's been bent and pulled off its tracks. The top section of the door is jammed in place. If you want to get past it, you'd have to crawl.
Bent towards us or bent into the room?
Bent almost at a 90-degree angle and lying on the floor. It is off its tracks.
I'll make my way kind of towards them to that crack in the door, and then I'll announce, "This is Captain Miller from the Montero. Anybody back there?"
I'll be shotgun up, but standing right next to Rye.
All of the movement inside stops. On your display, all the pings disappear, but that just means they're not moving anymore. You hear, "If you're salvage crew, we're Weyland-Yutani employees, and you're trespassing. You should get the fuck out. If you're search or rescue, for the love of God, do you have any fucking water?" This is a woman's voice calling out to you.
How many of you are there?
There are currently 5 of us in here, and we are incredibly armed.
We're company employees too. We're with Weyland-Yutani. We have our representative from the company with us.
What ship are you with?
The Montero.
Never heard of it.
No, I doubt it. The year's 2183.
They seem to be very concerned, and this voice is cracking. Whoever this woman is, no one else is speaking up or saying anything. They sound very, very suspicious.
We're a freighter, got rerouted by our mother to come and lend assistance.
Did Ava get you?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. What are your intentions here?
To secure company property and the lives on here.
And who am I speaking with?
Captain Miller of the Montero. Like I said.
Okay.
And John J. Wilson, company liaison for Weyland-Yutani.
Wilson, can you step forward to the door, please?
Yes, I'll bring along...
I just need to see your company badge.
Oh, okay. Can I just hold the badge?
Yeah, right on the other side of the door, a hand snaps out and grabs your wrist really quickly.
Not the keycard, please, not the keycard.
And looks at your badge for a moment.
Yep.
And then lets go. And then a blonde woman steps into view. You can only see a fraction of her face.
Okay.
As she peers through, her hair is short and it is kept very tight. She's got a couple of dark circles under her eyes. Very quietly to you. Do you trust this crew?
I trust them.
She's going to take a step back and she's going to say, "All right, Albert, get up here. This is your shit show from here on out. But we're not leaving the ship until you and I have a long-ass conversation." And then you see the door open up, revealing the 5 members of the Cronus. This episode, called Flying Blind, is an It's a Mimic production. This has been the first episode in this 3-part series called Pandora's Box. This episode stars C.B. Dave as Captain Miller, Megan Lengle as the pilot Davis, Terry Williams as the company agent John J. Wilson, Stephen Golding as the Roughneck Cham, Sean O'Coin as the Roughneck Rye, Elaria as the voice of the Montero, and Adam Nason as the Game Mother. This series uses but changes rules and scenarios from Free League Publishing. This is not a paid endorsement, but It's a Mimic would like to encourage everyone to explore the Alien RPG. All musical tracks in this episode are original pieces created by Tyler Gibson at Melodica's Music. Some of the sound effects here have been used and modified from the game Alien Isolation. It's a Mimic would like to encourage everyone to explore that video game. The It's a Mimic Alien RPG logo was created by Megan Lengle. All other graphics are owned by Free League Publishing. It's a Mimic would like to thank our Patreon and specifically Gerald for making this production a possibility. Please check out the show notes for other details, and thank you for listening to It's a Mimic, where you never know what you're going to get.
Hi, my name is Sean, and I'm playing a young roughneck named Rye. Or so it seems. I'm actually a synthetic, an android named Lucas. I work for Bionational, one of the rival mega corporations to Weyland-Yutani. I am an expert at corporate espionage, and up until recently I was working my way through the ranks of the control office of Anchor Point Station. A few months ago, I was pulled from my assignment to infiltrate the crew of the USCSS Montero. I was informed that Bionational had intercepted a message from a privateering ship called the Sotillo. It had discovered the USCSS Cronus, which had been missing for 73 years. No coordinates were given, and no further communications could be found. Weyland-Yutani's headquarters on Earth was sending a company agent to rendezvous with the USCSS Montero under false pretenses. My mission briefing says that I'm to secretly guide them on a recovery and salvage mission to the Cronus. I got to the Montero first, embedded myself among the crew, and have been playing the aloof kid in need of money ever since. I have to keep Captain Miller at arm's length for now. He's smarter than he looks. But I am starting to like this ship and its crew. My mission is to observe, document, and report back about the situation aboard the Cronus. And of course, to maintain my cover as Rye.